Namaste everyone. Welcome to the another podcast. I'm Dr. Neha, Assistant Professor in Maitri College. So first of all, I want to thank to the viewers for giving lot of love to the first video. So now we have come up with the second video, and in this we will talk about the campus placement only. And we have our two students, Prapti and Sudha. They will discuss about their journey Deloitte rejection to Crowe सिलेक्शन. सो हम वी विल टॉक अबाउट दिस जर्नी ओनली कि इनकी जर्नी कैसे रही, क्या क्या इनके एक्सपीरियंस थे डिलॉयट में जो इनका रिजेक्शन हुआ और उससे क्या इनकी लर्निंग थी, सो दैट दे कैन गेट अपॉइंटेड इन दी Crowe. And they will give you tips also at the end of the podcast. They will give you the tips so that you can also prepare for the companies. Okay, we can start. Okay, please Prapti and Sudha give your intro.
Okay, so hello everyone. I am Prapti and I am in my third year of BCom honors. Currently, I am balancing multiple opportunities. I'm working as a consultant in 180 Degrees Consulting Maitri, working on a live project right now. I've been a part of multiple societies. As in when I joined college, I made it a point to explore as many opportunities as I could. That is how I have been right from the start, right from school. But throughout all this, I have never compromised on my academics. I've made it a point to make them my priority. And because of all these experiences, I've been able to develop a mix of hard skills as well as soft skills, because of which I was able to land this opportunity.
Hi everyone, my name is Sada. Currently, I'm in my third year and I'm pursuing BCom program in Maitri. And if I talk about myself, I am someone who loves to balance her academics with her extracurricular involvement. And if I talk about my academic, I have maintained a CGPA of 8.32 till my second year. And with that, I have also been part of many societies. Currently, I'm serving as the president for Unive, which is the student-led startup of our college. With that, I'm holding the position of responsibilities in two societies, which are Excelsior and the entrepreneurship cell of our college. So overall, I would say all these experiences have helped me to strengthen my soft skills, which are leadership abilities, organizational skills, and teamwork abilities. So all these things have really helped me to grow and learn more. So yeah, that's all for my introduction.
Okay. ओके, आफ्टर इंट्रोडक्शन प्लीज टेल अस अबाउट क्रो, क्योंकि कई लोग ऐसे होंगे जिन्हें क्रो का आइडिया नहीं होगा, तो आप हमें थोड़ा सा क्रो के बारे में
To work for Crowe LLP. It is a US based company. In India, it has its two global delivery centers, one in Noida and one in Hyderabad. Crowe is present in more than 130 countries. Its main services are consulting, tax, audit, assurance, etc. And the profile that we got selected in is the Global Delivery Associate in Audit and Assurance.
Okay, so you also having the same profile, means both of you are having the same profile in the company, or there is some difference?
No, ma'am. I also got the same profile, and because we both have applied for the same position only, and overall, we see, the company has only come to select for this job role only for the commerce students. So they specifically provide this job role of global delivery associate to commerce students, and me and Prapti both got selected for this specific role only.
Okay, now tell us about the selection process of the Crowe.
Okay, so the selection process of Crowe begins from the firstly the placement cell of our college will provide us with the form which we will through which we will apply for the company. After that, we will get the mail for the CPT, which is the campus placement talk, where we will get to know about the company. The managing director or the recruiters will let us know about the company's culture, what does it do, and it's very important for every student to attend it very seriously, because all these information they are providing us is going to help us in the interview round. We will get to know about it more, like how is it going to help us. We will cover this in the further questions we are going to cover here. Now I'll talk about the next process, which is the GD round. GD round is the group discussion round, and for Crowe, we got the online GD round. Like if we talk about Deloitte, we have like Prapti has faced the offline GD round, and here we got the online GD round, for which the competitors was not from our college, but they were from different college as well. And if I talk about myself, in the GD round, I was the only person from my college, and there were 7 candidates, and out of 7 candidates, 6 candidates were from different college. So I was some like I was feeling कि मैं किसके बीच आ गई हूँ. Everyone was a stranger for me. I didn't know कौन कैसा है कैसा नहीं है, because एक nature भी depend करता है when we are talking with others, when we are discussing something. What if they will not let me speak? So I was थोड़ा सा like मैं थोड़ी डरी हुई थी,
Nervous.
but yeah nervous थी थोड़ी सी. बट मैंने आई वॉज काम, मैंने अपने आप को काम किया जो भी हमें टॉपिक मिला था. माई टॉपिक वॉज समथिंग रिलेटेड टू हाउ टेक्नोलॉजी हेल्प्स अस टू spend more, but we can't save more using technology. It was a very basic and generic question, हर कोई बोल पा रहा था. But in the GD round, what they see is कि how we will work in a team. Like we are not cutting others, we are letting others speak. With that, we are also presenting our points very clearly. So these things have helped me to clear my GD round. And
The questions which you have faced in the interview, then we can
for the interview round, there are 2 levels. One is the technical level, and after that, the HR round. And there is a twist in it as well. Here, you will only get the chance to sit for the HR round only if you have been selected in the technical round. Like it all depends on the recruiter whether they have liked you to to get the chance to give you the chance for the HR round or not. So we have to be very calm and we have to be very sensible in this round. And it's not a very easy round. They take 30 to 40 minutes for every candidate. They ask you everything, like from basic accounting questions to the higher level questions. It involves cash flow, journal entries, and P&L statement, basic statements like BRS statement. And it's not only about they will ask you what is BRS, they will ask you to write entries. For some students, they have asked to make the format. They had a pen and a paper. They asked us to draw the format and give the answer for this particular question. So it was a very intensive round. After that, if they liked you, on the basis of that they will call you for the HR round. And yes, we got selected for the HR round. And even after the HR round, it's not sure that you will get selected for the placement. जितना मुझे याद है, there were 11 students who got selected for HR round. उनका सबका अच्छा हुआ था. They all were we all were happy. Like we were like, oh wow, इस बार तो placement का ratio is very अच्छा. Like because last time 6 students got selected and इस बार 11 था, तो we were like कि इस बार ज़्यादा बच्चे लेके जाएंगे शायद. But उस टाइम पे हमें VCR में बुलाया गया और कहा कि only these students will stay and the rest of them will leave. So there was a plot twist again कि 11 students में से भी only 6 students had to stay and the remaining students had to leave. So that is all what I had experienced, what me and Prapti had experienced. Now I would like to give mic to the Prapti.
So there, as Sudha mentioned, there were 2 interview rounds. The first one was our technical round, and 30% questions that they ask are basic HR questions. The questions they asked me were, what do you know about Crowe? Why should we select you? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And such basic questions. Then they moved on to the technical round, and the 70% of the whole portion of that interview was technicals. They ask you everything from basics to the more difficult topic. Basics, that is accountancy concepts, related to prudence or historical cost concept, and they do not ask you directly. They make a whole case study about it and ask you, and you have to figure out which concept is being applied in that case study. So that is another point. And apart from that, they asked you questions mostly from your 11th standard as well as 12th standards. They ask you about journal entries, bank reconciliation statement, cash flow statement. Financial statements is a very important topic to cover. They ask me a lot of questions about the trading account, P&L account from the balance sheet. They also ask you specific topics. They ask me about what is amortization, what is a tax liability, what is tax future tax asset, etc. So this was my technical round. And then when we moved to the HR round, their managing director took our HR round, and it was a very conversational round. It was the easiest of it all. They only stick. The managing director only stick to my resume. He only asked me about my internships, my societies, how I contributed to those internships and those societies, etc.
प्राप्ति मैं इसमें थोड़ा सा आपसे ये डिटेल्स लेना चाहूंगी कि यू हैव गिवन द टॉपिक, सो व्हाट वर द क्वेश्चन एग्जैक्टली? दे आस्क यू ओनली द डेफिनेशन पार्ट और कुछ टेक्निकल आपसे पूछा गया?
So I'll give an example. So in my technical round, he asked me what is BRS. So when I told him what BRS is, I just gave a basic definition, but then he asked me to explain it. So I asked him, can I explain it using an example? So I gave a whole example. I gave an example how we solve the question of BRS in our 11th grade. So first they ask you a question and then you answer, and then they ask you more questions on the basis of your answers, basically.
एंड सुधा, व्हाट अबाउट यू? आपसे भी कुछ ऐसा डेफिनेशन बेस्ड या फिर डिटेल्ड ऐसा कुछ क्वेश्चन कोई जो आपको याद हो अभी?
Ma'am, I would say the technical questions which they have asked me was quite easy because I didn't give them the chance to ask me more about it. Like just as Prapti mentioned that firstly she explained about the definition and then they asked about the example. I didn't give them the chance to ask me about the examples. If they're asking me from a topic like BRS, I used to explain that and उसके बाद ही मैं सीधा एग्जाम्पल्स दे देती थी कि फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल इफ आर bank statement is showing 5,000 less amount and if our cash book is showing 5,000 more amount, so we have to deduct the cash book balance. So I used to give them the example so that they didn't get that chance to ask me again. एंड इट शोज देम दैट कि मुझे अच्छी क्लैरिटी है उस पर्टिकुलर कंसेप्ट में. सो वट एवर क्वेश्चन दे हैव आस्क्ड मी, मैंने सबके साथ एक एग्जाम्पल्स जोड़े सो दे डिडंट आस्क मी अगेन फ्रॉम दैट पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक. So for me, the technical round went in a very easy and smooth manner because for whatever topic I have, learned and मैंने जिस भी टॉपिक की प्रैक्टिस करी थी, मैंने ये मेक श्योर किया था कि मैं कोई भी टॉपिक पढ़ रही हूँ या फिर कोई भी टॉपिक मैं समझा रही हूँ तो मैं उसके साथ एक एग्जाम्पल दूंगी ताकि सामने वाले को ऐसा लगे कि आई हैव द
in-depth knowledge.
Yeah, I have the in-depth knowledge in it. So they were already impressed by it and then they started with the resume part. Like पहले मेरा resume part ही हुआ था, so आधा तो मैंने उधर ही impress कर दिया था I feel, क्योंकि मेरा कुछ 20 to 30 minutes resume part में ही गया था अच्छे से because I had lot of things in my resume. So फिर उसके बाद 10 to 15 minutes they took for the technical round and उसमें भी I used to give them the examples, तो उन्होंने ज़्यादा questioning की नहीं मेरे से.
तो ओके, यहाँ पे मैं थोड़ा सा आपसे पूछना चाहूंगी दोनों से कि जैसे हमने लास्ट पॉडकास्ट किया था तो वहां पे श्रुति और रिजा थे हमारे साथ, तो उन्होंने भी ये डिस्कस किया था दैट सीवी इज इम्पोर्टेंट. तो आपको सोसाइटीज में हर जगह अलग अलग टाइप के इंटर्नशिप या किसी एनजीओ में आप काम करना चाहो तो ये सारी चीजें भी इम्पोर्टेंट है. तो क्या आपने भी सेम चीज फेस करी या कुछ ऐसा वेरिएशन था जो आपको लगा कि सीवी इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट, सीवी कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है? तो इस पे थोड़ा सा आप बताइए.
सो CV बिल्डिंग इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अगर आपका CV बहुत अच्छा है तो what happens is mostly they stick to your CV and avoid asking technical questions altogether, not just about Crowe but for all internships and all job opportunities. Firstly, the CV should be one page and one page only. And yes, internships and societies are very, very important. It shows that you've done something in college. And it's not important that you need to only show relevant experience. It doesn't need to be about audit. It doesn't need to be that relevant. You just need to add all your internships and all your societies so that they know that you've explored multiple opportunities in college. You are a proactive student and you are going to be a promising associate for them.
So any specific question which you remember related to your CV, both of you?
Yes. So mostly for students, what happens is we have a very diverse CV. In my CV, there was management information system related internship. There was a digital marketing internship. There was an HR internship as well. So they asked me, ki, you have a very diverse resume. So why do you want to choose audit? Ki, why not HR? Why not digital marketing? So you have to connect all your experiences to audit. So I said that, in my management information system internship, I learned about, I became very detail oriented because of it. Throughout all of them, I've learned communication skills. I worked in teams, so I am good in collaboration. So you have to basically match their job description, the skills that they want, and to the skills you've learned from your experiences. This is the way to go about this answer.
Okay, Sudha, you want to add something, any specific example which they have asked you related to your CV?
Yes, ma'am. As already Prapti has mentioned, the foremost thing is that firstly, before you are going for an interview, go through the job description first, because they are looking for a candidate जो उस job description से match करे. So what I did was I once go through the job description. मैंने देखा keywords देखे कि what they are looking for, the person they are hiring. मैंने वो सारी चीजें, वो सारे कीवर्ड्स, while I was explaining my resume to them, while I was explaining my responsibilities which I had held in the societies and the startups or wherever I have worked, तो मैंने उन keywords को यूज किया. जैसे कि they were looking for someone who knows how to manage the data. So for example, I had experience of managing data for some societies and a startup. तो मैंने उन्हें बताया कि आई एम गुड इन दिस थिंग एंड यू आर ऑल्सो लुकिंग फॉर समवन, सो आई फील both of our the thing which you need is what I have already, and I will be able to provide you that. With that, जो हमारा सीवी होता है ना, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. लाइक you have to build a good CV. Like पहले academic section, you should maintain a good CGPA. If you have a CGPA above 8, they already get impressed by your academics. Once they are impressed by the academics, now the part comes in the other thing, like are you good in team, are you someone who can work with others, are you someone who has good organizational abilities or not. तो उसमें तुम्हारे societies and internships का part आ जाता है. That shows कि you are someone who can do extracurriculars as well as you can manage the academics. So after academics, I have written some experiences about my startups. But after that, I have mentioned societies, and in both of them, I have involved the soft skills which I have because of the experience in those particular societies. So yeah, that's how we should present our CV. Firstly, start with the academics, then with the startups or the internships, then societies, and then explain them what qualities you have which can help them. So yeah, that's how I have concluded my CV.
Okay. Next question I want to ask कि कितना comparison हम कर सकते हैं कि कितना difference है we can say in the selection process of Deloitte and the selection process of the Crowe. What
I gave for Deloitte was more difficult as compared to the one I gave for Crowe. In Crowe, there are two more sections that there were not present in the aptitude test of Deloitte. They were Excel and related to artificial intelligence. Rest three sections were majorly the same. It was about logical reasoning, quantitative aptitude, basic English related questions, etc. Then if we move to the group discussion round, the one I gave for Deloitte was an offline group discussion round. So in an offline group discussion, it is definitely more difficult. It was we gave the group discussion in college, but the one for Crowe was an online group discussion and it was inter college. So there were two students from Maitrey College and the rest other were from other college. So we had to give the group discussion with them. My topic was related to UPI and how it makes us overspend. So
ओके प्राप्ति, आई वांट टू आस्क यू कि आपने दोनों ही प्रोसेस फेस करे हैं, तो आपकी क्या लर्निंग्स थी जो डिलॉयट का आपका रिजेक्शन होने के बाद आपने क्या लर्निंग ली जिससे आपका क्रो में सिलेक्शन हो पाया?
So I cleared the aptitude round at Deloitte. I cleared the offline group discussion, and I was among the top 15 or 20 candidates who gave their interviews for Deloitte. And I did not get selected. Only 9 were selected, I think. And it was a huge setback. It really affected my confidence at well. But I obviously learned a few things that I applied in the Crowe's selection process and eventually got in. So the first thing is that you need to structure your responses. I know my resume well, but if they ask me about a specific internship, that I need to remember what I did in that internship. ऐसे नहीं होता कि मैंने सोचा कि मैंने ही तो internship करी है तो मुझे तो पता ही है मैंने क्या किया है, but नहीं, you need to take a moment एक दिन पहले या whenever you are preparing for it, and you need to recall what exactly you did, what are the relevant things you did related to audit or whatever job description you're applying for. You need to also prepare for the basic HR questions. For example, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So in Deloitte, I said that I want to do an MBA maybe, but in their pre placement talk, they specifically mentioned that they want students who are going to pursue CPA. So I goofed up there because so you need to listen to their pre placement talk properly. What are they looking for exactly? To brush up your technicals, even though not a lot of technical questions were asked in my Deloitte interview, but still it's good to revise all the concepts, and whatever you learned in your internships relevant to that particular job description, that is also important. For example, मैंने forage पर एक job simulation course किया था which was about investment banking, and it had the word DCF valuation, and I had mentioned that in my resume, but since मैंने 2-3 महीने पहले किया था तो मुझे एकदम याद नहीं आया कि what exactly is it, so I could only give a brief overview, but they expected a more detailed answer. So that is the way you need to prepare. You need to be ready for anything and everything that they could ask out of your resume, basically.
Sudha, now tell us about your learning from the Deloitte.
Okay, so as Prapti mentioned, we obviously get disheartened after, facing the failures. मुझे भी लगा था कि अगर डिलॉइट में नहीं हो पाया तो क्रो में पता नहीं मैं कर पाऊंगी कि नहीं, विल आई बी एबल टू क्लियर दैट एप्टीट्यूड राउंड। और बहुत डर डर के भी दिया था मैं बहुत सोच सोच के हर आंसर टिक कर रही थी कि अगर ये गलत हुआ, व्हाट इफ मैं उस टॉप 20 की लिस्ट में नहीं आ पाई जब वो शॉर्ट लिस्ट करेंगे स्टूडेंट्स। तो वो डर मुझे लगता है जरूरी भी होता है whenever we are giving an important test, especially for the placements where you really want to experience more levels. Like for me, I have always the eagerness to learn from the experiences. Like मैं चाहती हूँ कि मैं अगर मैं select भी ना हो, it doesn't affect me इतना, but at least I want to experience till the last step. मुझे चाहिए वो experiences. बाद में अगर इवन इफ आई एम नॉट गेटिंग सिलेक्टेड कोई बात नहीं, बट मेरे पास एक्सपीरियंस तो है ना, आई विल लर्न फ्रॉम दोज एक्सपीरियंसेस। बट यहाँ पे फर्स्ट लेवल पर ही नहीं हो पाया, और ऐसा नहीं था कि मैंने एप्टीट्यूड के लिए तैयारी नहीं करी थी, मैंने करी थी, बट येस गॉड हैज इट्स ओन प्लान्स, मैं नहीं कर पाई। मे बी ही वॉन्ट्स मी टू प्रिपेयर मोर ताकि मैं क्रो के लिए अच्छा कर पाऊँ, एंड ऑब्वियसली उससे मुझे सीखने को मिला। जैसे कि मैं थोड़ी सी ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट थी फॉर द सेक्शंस लाइक लॉजिकल रीजनिंग, वर्बल एंड डोमेन सेक्शंस। मैं थोड़ी ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट थी कि ये तो हो जाएगा, ये तो आता है, बस मेरे को क्वांट्स में थोड़ा सा था, मैथ्स मेरी इतनी अच्छी नहीं थी, तो मैंने उसके लिए बहुत प्रैक्टिस करी थी, बाकी सेक्शंस के लिए इतना प्रैक्टिस नहीं किया था, एंड दैट वाज माय मिस्टेक कि मैंने उसे लाइटली ले लिया। नेवर टेक थिंग्स लाइक लाइटली, ऑलवेज, even if you are preparing for a small test, सब go through करो, even if you think कि तुमको आता है, we don't know future में वो चीज कितनी difficult होने वाली है, so go through the every concept which are coming for the test, and that really helped me in Crow. मैंने कुछ भी नहीं छोड़ा, and the new sections which were of AI and Excel, I brushed up those concept as well, and I was able to clear my aptitude round here. And for the interview round, I would like to give the suggestions here. Like already Prapti has mentioned कि structuring कितनी important होती है answers की, recruiter very well knows कि तुमने कितना homework किया है. Homework is very much necessary here. They want to know कि तुम्हारे अंदर कितनी eagerness है to join the company, and वो तुम्हारे answers में बहुत अच्छे से reflect करती है you have structured your answers in that way or not. अगर तुम अपने answers को time दोगे तभी वो वैसे बनेंगे जैसा recruiter चाहता है सुनना. Like for an example, the recruiter is asking वाई क्रो. तुम ये नहीं कह सकते कि तुम्हारा ऐसा कॉमर्स बैकग्राउंड है और हमको ऑडिट में एक्सपीरियंस चाहिए इसलिए हमको जाना है. तुमको अपने गोल्स उनके साथ अलाइन करने पड़ेंगे कि सर आई लाइक योर कल्चर एंड आई फील योर कल्चर विल हेल्प मी टू ग्रो मोर. यू हैव टू अलाइन योर गोल्स एंड देयर कल्चर एंड देयर गोल्स, ताकि उनको ये विश्वास हो कि या ये पर्सन हमारे लिए सीरियस है एंड दे रियली वांट टू जॉइन अस. So you have to show this sincerity in your answers. That's why the structuring is important for every questions, whether it is a technical question, whether it is a HR based question. And don't take HR related questions very कि ये तो हो जाएंगे, हमें अपने बारे में ही तो बोलना है. You are not just presenting yourself, you are presenting yourself in a way that you want to be the part of that company. So you have to learn about that company very well. And as I have already mentioned in the start of this video ki why CPT is important, campus placement talk, because उस campus placement talk में they show us the presentation जिसमें वो अपनी core values mention करते हैं. With that वो अपनी company के बारे में बताते हैं कि वो किस sector में काम करते हैं. And all these information really help us in our interview, because जब HR related questions पूछे जाते हैं they sometimes ask us कि what do you know about Crowe, do you know in which sectors we work and where our offices are located. And if you know the answers about these questions, it really shows the sincerity of yours that you really want to be the part of that particular company. So yeah, that's all I would like to say कि do your homework, and अगर homework अच्छे से कर रखा होगा तो don't care about the results. Just do your best, अच्छा ही होगा. And sometimes people say कि smart work करो, hard work मत करो. Hard work के लिए कोई भी there is no another option. You have to do the hard work. कई बार क्या कहते हैं, luck काम करता है only if you have done the hard work. So don't
There is no substitute for the hard work, we can say.
exactly.
I would like to add one more thing to what Sudha said about CPT. So in the pre-placement talk, when they mentioned their values, so they had mentioned care, trust, courage, and stewardship. So I immediately noted it down. And when they asked me in my interview about, why Crowe, why do you want to join Crowe? So I mentioned because, these particular values are upheld in Crowe. So he was very impressed by this answer because he knew that I paid very much attention in the pre-placement talk.
ओके, नाउ आई वांट टू आस्क कि आपको कॉलेज की और प्लेसमेंट और टीचर्स की तरफ से कुछ सपोर्ट मिला हो ड्यूरिंग योर जर्नी, तो उसके बारे में आप दोनों थोड़ा बहुत जो भी बताना चाहें.
आई वुड लाइक टू से कि हमारी जो placement cell hai, it is very hard working. They help us in each and every step of the process, and whenever you text them at any hour of the day, they are always very responsive. If you have any doubt, be it a small doubt, a big doubt, they are always there to help you. And what about teachers?
So our teachers, for us, like if I specifically talk about the commerce department teachers, they are always, very motivating towards their children, like towards their students, basically, that they always motivate us to do more better. They always push us to do academically well as they always ask us to, participate in the, whatever thing is happening in our college. So we always get the support from them. That's why we are able to be so proactive in everything we are doing. And I feel because of a good because of this good environment where our teachers is supporting us, where we are getting the support from the placement cell, because of all these factors we were able to grab this opportunity. So a very big thanks to the placement cell as well as to our teachers, our professors of commerce department who have helped us in this journey from first year to the third year. We have been with you, learned from you, and in every way you have helped us.
Okay. Now I want to last question I want to ask, any tips in short जो आप अपने juniors को देना चाहेंगे दोनों?
I have two tips. First is to be very proactive, and the second is be proactive, but do not let your grades slip. So, talking about the first one, as in when you join college, start right from the first year. Be clear that you want to sit for placements and try to join as many societies as you can, even if you do not join them later, but sit for their recruitment rounds. You'll get a lot of exposure. And the second one, coming to grades, you need to at least have, like in Crowe we had this criteria of having 6.5 CGPA. So I know a lot of students who are very smart, much smarter than me, but they did not even meet this criteria of having 6.5 CGPA, and they couldn't even sit for the placements. So be proactive, but do not compromise on your CGPA.
Okay, now Sudha, you tell us.
The tip which I would like to give the juniors or the individuals who are going to sit for their placement is just that stay connected with the seniors because उनसे बहुत help मिलती है. Like from the very first year I was like कि मुझे कुछ भी अगर थोड़ा सा भी ऐसा फील होता था ना कि मैं academically अच्छा नहीं कर रही हूँ या फिर मेरे को कोई society related problem हो रही है या फिर मेरे को placement related कोई भी doubt है, like touchwood God, we got some good seniors here जिनके पास मैं जब भी जाती थी they used to send me a big paragraphs, मेरे को ऐसा ऐसा तसल्ली देते थे कि टेंशन मत लो सब हो जाएगा. So they have helped me in how to do better in academically as well as उनकी खुद की placement experiences होते थे ना, like yes some of them faced failures as well, लेकिन हमको दूसरों के failures से भी सीखने को मिलता है कि हमको पता चलता है कि उन्होंने ऐसा क्या किया जो हमको नहीं करना है. So this will be the one suggestion from me: stay connected with your seniors. उनसे हमेशा अपने doubts clear करो. They have more experience than you, so they will help you to know कि तुम्हें क्या करना चाहिए और क्या नहीं करना चाहिए, and apply those experiences, those learning in whatever you are doing. So yeah, that's all I would like to say.
Okay, thank you both of you for giving so much information to our viewers and to our juniors especially. And in this case, I want to say that the placement is not a sprint; it is a marathon. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपकी कोई short race चल रही है, आपने बस उसको अचीव कर लिया. बट आपको लॉन्ग टाइम करना पड़ेगा, मेहनत, तभी आप अचीव करोगे. So start from the first year, then you can easily achieve it. Okay, thank you. Thank you.